Yuck. Yuck. I feel yuck.
Yeah.
And that's just because I came back from Tassie. It's not even about the game. Gocsy, how are we feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good that I didn't go there like you, but
yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it. Marshy?
That's brutal.
Oh, yeah, that was an icky one. I feel icky.
You know, it kind of feels like when you have a really disgusting KFC feed and you feel like really bad a couple hours later. Usually, like, you still have the half an hour of good because you had just had KFC, but we didn't even get that feeling. It was just 2 hours of yuck.
That's a fair call. I had that on Friday night. I got Taco Bells.
Yep.
And like my tolerance level for cheese and things like that isn't quite what it used to be. And they say insanity is repeating the same things and expecting a different result. But I'm like, nah, this time it'll be good. And I was so crook. And yeah, that's what the game felt like. So that's a good way of putting it, like the KFC, because you're just like, I want my time back. I didn't get the thrills.
You had a good feeling before.
Yeah.
During the first half, you're like, all right, there's room for improvement. And then by the end, you're on the shitter.
You're on the shitter. That's it. You're doing a Hawthorn.
Well, you know what I reckon? Because like I said, one of the positive things of this season and last was not selling any of our home games.
Yeah.
But it was like we're clinging on to that. This is a home game Hawthorn has sold, so we're going to give you a freebie, Like, we just, if it's anyone's sold home game, we just don't show up. That's what I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a strange theory, but yeah, like, because I was talking about how they handle it a lot better than we did. We just...
Going to Tassie, Hawthorn.
Yeah, because we never stuck at a place. We'd go for 1 or 2 years, whether
we're real vagabonds.
Wellington or Shanghai.
We'll be the team that plays GWS up in Los Angeles, I reckon.
I could dig some LA action, though. I wouldn't mind that. I'd probably go for that one, potentially.
Yeah.
But no.
Tell us about Launceston. What did you do?
I landed. It was raining, naturally.
Yeah.
That's it. And then I waited for the game. There's not much to do.
Yeah.
You didn't go see the monkeys in the park?
No, I did. Okay, no, I did. I saw the monkeys in the park. That was good. Because
well, that's better than the game.
Yeah,
straight away.
Because I saw the monkeys in the park. They're kind of like in the zoo enclosure. I was kind of hoping they would be like free range, like free range chickens.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, no, they're enclosed like animals.
It's one of those things where it's not how people like people say to you monkeys in the park.
Yeah.
And the image you get in your head is...
I did. I went into it thinking they were just going to be
really
like
just a little,
swinging in the trees.
Little
but
zoo,
I like snow.
Just a neighborhood.
But anyway.
No, it's a very beautiful like city, but you're not going to enjoy it if you're under the age of 41, I reckon.
When we went, I reckon I actually sent you a message, Gocsy. It was one of the last sanities was closing. They were having their closing down. So
the sign is still there.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
like there's nothing has actually moved in.
Yeah,
it's still.
There you go.
Well, it's prime in that Target sort of that size town, Yeah.
They would have been filthy because like half of it, I imagine, don't have access to great internet, so they'd still be rocking CDs.
Still love the box sets.
Yeah, that's it.
They're still on ADSL too.
ADSL too.
When I was in like the city centre, it's like it's called Brisbane Street for some reason, not Launceston Street. Make that make sense. They still have it's still open. A What's New?
What's new?
Yeah. I was taken back to 2006.
Jeez.
I haven't seen one of those in years.
What's new?
Yeah.
That's too good.
Yeah. I turned off social media. I don't know about you. I haven't looked at socials up since the game.
Oh, I have, and it's bad, gentlemen. You don't want to go there because, typically I don't like to buy into it, but I availed myself to just have a gaze, get the temperature check because of how I was feeling about our naughty boys. I wanted to get a report card, so I just went to see what all the other parents were saying, and they're all saying the same thing.
What about the good boys? Should we talk about some of the good boys?
Let's talk about our good boys because it was Mother's Day after all.
It was Mother's Day.
I feel.
But
like
I try not to be negative, but then even the good boys is a little bit bittersweet because you got Josh.
It's like you love them, but you also just want to squeeze their cheeks because you can do better.
You got Josh kicking 2 goals, and why can't you other boys look
Yeah. Do you reckon they were just showing up the other boys?
Yeah, it was like, he's come
They've
from
been
the back
show-offs.
and he's like, this is how it's done.
How Richo energies was that when Battle went forward?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's Carlisle.
And then like there was a bit of Doog action in the forward line.
Yeah, that I didn't understand. I understood Battle. I don't understand the Doog.
I want to see Doogs in the ruck. I want Doogs in the ruck.
Where does that come from?
Because Marshall can't do it himself, even though he can. But he shouldn't have to.
Mm.
Because he's too
Jack
much.
Hayes over the last 20 minutes before
Yeah,
his
He got sub
Hayes
pretty
was
early.
puffed.
didn't
He was puffed.
Yeah, I saw him at halftime and he was on his knees. And I'm like, that man is not ready to play football yet. Because he went missing last against North as well after the first half.
Yeah.
He's not ready to play a full game yet.
Japers. Yeah. Jack Steele, he was a good boy. He's
He was a very good boy.
he's always a nice
He's
lad.
no strapping on his knee, which is good.
Yeah.
Well, they were calling it tactical sub of Hayes. I guess it's nicer than saying out of gas.
Yeah, it's like the managed version of omitted.
Yeah.
You know, when a player gets
Oh,
dropped.
yeah, managed. Yeah. Sauna. Oh, my, like every year, like things get added to the vocabulary.
Yeah.
My favorite in recent years has been the hamstring awareness.
Hamstring
That
awareness.
got added, I think, last year or so.
Jeez.
He's aware of his hamstring.
Yeah. Dan Atterbury, he got well intimate with his hamstring.
The awareness levels were high.
I thought Naz was really good at cleaning up his bedroom.
Yeah.
I thought Naz was
he
a good
made
boy.
his bed. He made
I
his
thought
bed.
when he sold the candy about 3 times, I think.
Yeah.
Did his best Josh Battle impersonation.
Which one are you picking out of them two? The
Well,
Josh Battle candy or
I think
Messiah's?
Nazire's was more fluid.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to make the highlight reel at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Battles was just more of a, what the F? He's not meant to do that.
Nah,
like Naz, you expect that from Naz.
Yeah. Battle was a dad dance from
Yeah.
Battle, whereas
Where he's-
Messiah,
yeah.
he's being a trendy fella, like whatever, skibbity bloop bop going on these days for the young kids. He was doing that. He was shuffling.
Yeah.
Whereas Battle was just, getting his Billy Ray Cyrus on.
Good boy Rowan broke the contested record, I think, for the St Kilda,
Yeah.
which is nuts. Ruckman should not be doing that.
No.
So bad boys, the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Good boy Rowan.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, yeah, it's sort of like what Gocsy's saying is that our good boys are doing things to make the rest of the boys look bad. So it's just like he kind of being a little bit cheeky, lads, for Marshall. But Marshall, he's just such a good boy. He is honestly
Wholesome.
He's wholesome, but is he? I reckon that game solidified him as the number one ruck in the comp.
Oh, it has to. I mean, Gorn is up there. Like, I think Gorn's still number one.
Yeah,
He's still showing that, there's a reason why he is probably the best ruckman of the past decade, at least.
yeah,
I mean,
he's the man. But
But I think Rowan's second.
obviously-
English has fallen off a cliff.
Yeah.
yeah,
Obviously, you can categorize them too, where you're like the pure ruck craft. Marshall's
hit
probably
out.
the best for the
Around
other
the ground.
stuff. Around the ground.
I think
Bit of a Dean Cox type.
I think mothers would really like Rowan because he does everything with a smile.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, best smile in the
He
game.
wouldn't clap back. He wouldn't talk back to you. I reckon.
No, he'd say,
It's
I
a-
understand. I'll do better.
It's a big call, but I'm saying Ryan Marshall's got the best smile in the comp.
Oh, that's not a big call.
Yeah, he's
That's
Col-
a known fact.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Rowan Colgate Marshall.
All
Rowan Colgate.
they should do it all Oz.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 dentists recommend Rowan Smile.
All Oz smile team. He's a
Yeah.
front runner.
Who's got the next best smile at St Kilda?
Higgins is
Oh.
pretty infectious.
Yeah.
Snags.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a fair call, but we're a
Mason?
we're a serious mob down at Saints, I feel. I feel like we're a little bit serious.
Yeah. I don't
Oh,
know.
Bradley's
Yeah.
Bradley's he's got a beautiful smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
I don't know what Max's smile looks like because you've never really seen him.
Oh, he's a grumpy Gus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a grumpy Gus.
So is there any more good boys that we can think of from the game?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
No. Should we? We don't want to berate the boys because
Nah.
they cop it a lot on the socials.
Yeah,
recently.
if you,
But we can be disappointed. We're channeling out your inner mother.
Yep.
Not mad, just disappointed.
Bitterly disappointed.
So that's 18 players.
That's
That
18
was out.
players. It's just, I don't know. I would look them in the eye and just say, pull your socks up.
Yeah.
Because you've got Rowan out there just being an absolute warrior on one leg. And even when he made a mistake, when he just kicked that ball to Ginnivan that was a pretty horrible turnover.
Yeah.
You could just see he went up to another level.
Yeah.
To a tone, angry row to a tone. He just knew that I have to get in there and make up for it. And that he did. But the rest of the lads, they were pretty content with just their report card and just waiting for the next term to roll around. It wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
I think like the big talking point is Max. I think that's everyone's complaining about. But you also have the other half of the argument being like, well, it's the midfield, it's this and it's that. It's both. It's both in tandem. The midfielders aren't hitting Max when he does lead, but Max isn't leading enough.
Do you know what would make for disgusting watching? Is if we got every one of our forward 50 entries in just one clip.
Oh, yeah.
And put it over
R18.
Put it over a really sad dank beat and just it's purely
the Benny Hill music.
Yeah, true. But like watching that in isolation, you would just be, how could any key forward survive that kind of environment? No. It's inhabitable.
No, like there was one point I got taken back to 2016 where Rowan tapped down straight to Seb Ross's throat. Seb Ross burnt whoever he was on. Say it was Newcomb, don't really know. When I had free reign to take an extra couple of steps, didn't just hack the kick up on his right foot. He's a left footer.
Oh, Sebastian.
And just went straight up in the air.
Yeah.
Didn't even get the clearance because I think it still landed directly in the center square.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to be one of those because I follow a few different sports and it's a bit of a thing where people say like stats don't tell you the full story. I'm one of those guys who more likely to think, no, well, stats tell you what's happening.
Yeah.
But inside 50 is one of those ones where, you want the ball in there, but if it's coming in,
if it's not to the advantage of your forwards,
it's not doesn't mean as much, right? Like
in some cases, a sloppy forward 50 entry is dangerous because it's just a turnover, but just in another part of the ground, and one that you're really exposed, and then they just slingshot
and
it.
It can also be
under the pump.
Mentally, it's deflating too when
you've worked so hard
because they'll add up 4, 5, 6 becomes like. And then you've got 2 points to show for 7 inside 50s. And
don't forget the out in the full.
Check it out in the full.
You know what is? He said flattening. You know what is when Hawthorn get inside 50. Whoever Calciadir, is that his name?
Yeah.
Obviously, second game I didn't mark it. You know who's at the floor? Ginnivan, Moore, Hardwick. Bruce came into the game late, and then the same thing happens with Max. Finally gets on a lead, drops the ball. Who's at the feet? No one.
No one's doing the vacuuming.
No one's doing no one's tidying up after themselves.
We need a Roomba. It's just constantly there buzzing around.
Like it's even when like Snags and Butts is in the team, it just doesn't happen either.
Nah.
Butts does not too bad, but not enough.
And that's kind of like, what I think Henry was a bit, obviously a really sad lead up to the game for him with Cam McCarthy and so, heart goes out to everyone involved in that situation. It's just horrible. But I guess he just didn't seem on, and he hadn't played a game for 6 weeks or whatever. So, but he's the one in those first 2 games. He was buzzing around like a wasp. There was
a play that summed us up well. Like he took a beautiful mark and
30 out, doesn't get the
hits
distance.
the post. I think it was. Yeah, like. It's just that the roller coaster, sick mark, and then deflating.
That is
you get a point.
It's like it's exact same scenario when Machito against was it Richmond or GWS?
Oh yeah,
where he took mark of the year and then immediately turned it. Oh, because he kicked it straight to Hogan. So it was against GWS.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was exact same situation where that's Saints footy.
That is Saints. That is Saints.
That is 149 years of Saints footy.
That's our DNA right there.
Ross has been criticised a lot in the media. But then here I was browsing Twitter today and. Footy Classified, his ex-employer, the only one who's backing Ross in saying, well, he's not getting the support.
Did Kane Corns get fired from Footy Classified?
I don't watch Footy Classified enough to...
It is funny because, I've heard that he's like a protected, but it must be the new generation because you have these like Montagnas and that are in now. Because I think he didn't get a lot of love previously.
Yeah. It's what's annoying me though, because it's like, everyone besides David King had us missing finals and a few of them had us bottom 4. And then these same people are now having huge goes at us.
Yeah, it's not even like I told you so. They're
they're like, Saints should be doing better. It's like, well, you didn't say that in February.
Yeah, we're meeting your expectations.
Like, and they're like the communication from the club this whole time has been it's a 5-year plan or whatever long we signed Ross for. We're a year and a half in, and we're trying to undo 10 years of poor trading, poor recruiting, poor game plan.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen overnight. And maybe that's the optimist in me.
Yeah, I think
right now we are probably. I reckon this is the lowest we will feel.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I don't think we are. I don't think most Saints fans understand that this is a long project. Yeah. And we're a patient bunch at St Kilda. Probably the most patient fans in the league.
Oh, definitely.
But just give us a couple more years.
Yeah. I think it's just a bit of a hard sell at the minute. It makes people, the sad Sainters out there, it makes them just feel a little bit not duped because, as you say, Nathan, it has been extremely clear messaging from the club, that dual narrative of playing young and also trying to win games of footy, and we're not losing by big margins. But the one thing where I feel like people reckon they're getting a bit duped is the promise of a bold attacking game plan. We are not seeing that.
Yeah.
Do you think we are?
No, I think we're trying. I genuinely think, because there are parts where I'm like, wow, like, look, like, especially I think it's when usually Naz gets the ball.
Yeah.
Like, he tries. I just don't think some of our players are either smart enough to get the game plan or they aren't just so low confidence that they're not willing to take it on.
Yeah.
Well, just because, I reckon Ross is a hard ass, right? And if they make a mistake, he's going to berate them.
Yeah.
So maybe that's where Ross, obviously we're not behind the clothes.
Well, that's what
we don't know I'm just assuming.
Things get scrutinized, as they say, if you win, everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Things get scrutinized if you're losing. Lyon is known for his sort of hard ass style.
Yeah.
Which makes me, I do sometimes question if in modern sports we tend to be heading away from that.
The hard line figure.
Yeah. I remember there was something in the preseason. I think it was Caminiti might have collapsed in a run and Ross did the get up.
I was there. That happened right in front of me.
And I was a little bit torn because a lot of people were like, yeah, go Ross. And I was like, how much do you hear about these kind of the new age, the snag, the Craig McRae that's kind of where the players get around and they're almost like a big brother,
But we saw that with Rats.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
case by case, isn't it?
It is. And
are we forgetting Scott Waters?
Scott Waters, our
fresh. We tried the new coach. We tried Richo.
One of the most embarrassing things I've done as a Sainter is I was doing
we all believe in Alan Richardson.
Nah, I was happy with that. I was happy with that. I was doing a leadership certificate through work, and we had to do our project was on sort of a leadership, obviously structure and system. And I used Scott Waters as my example. I'll find it and I'll put it up on our Sainted Love website for anyone who cares to read this absolute dribble. But yeah, that
he was
he was moral of the story.
you know how there's these family trees, sort of the ones that came out of Hawthorn was Hardwick, beverage, whatever. The Malthouse family tree was Mark Neal, Scott Waters. It didn't quite.
If they were a wrestling faction, like a stable, they would be so stale. They wouldn't be in the NWOs. It was a terrible stable.
Yeah,
Mark Neal.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. There's no. It's probably not a one size fits all. That's up to a coach to work out who needs to be given tough love, who needs to be to use another term that came in the last few years. Who needs the arms wrapped around them?
Yeah, that's it. A big cuddle.
Yeah, but I don't know. And preseason's a time when everything's great, so everyone's
winning the league.
Yeah. Everyone's loving
winning the premiership.
Train the house. Everyone was loving that tough love.
In PBs,
but
didn't help that our biggest hater David King was then saying we're going to make top 4.
Because was it Wilson where Ross the other week tried to do the hard ass you're not coming off?
No, Wilson. It was Wilson himself who actually said that. I think.
Yeah.
No, Ross. The message was like the doctors say that he's okay. Keep him on.
Yeah.
If you want to just take him off.
Well, he did
just as a
say like,
precaution.
that's a signal we're trying to show of our toughness.
Yeah.
Which again, if you're flying, you're like, yeah, and it gets questioned a bit if you're struggling. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm like, I don't know, like get on someone healthy, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, look, I did. I personally didn't mind that because that to me, that was the other thing that really, really bothered me about our footy at the minute is we cannot stick a tackle, and we look incredibly.
That's been a bugbear of mine for the last.
We look incredibly soft to play against, and that's not Saints footy.
Yeah.
It wasn't Saints footy back in the Alan Richardson days, Scotty Water days. Like, when we didn't have the talent, we still cracked in. That was asked of us. And being under Ross Lyon, I imagine he'd be filthy at the moment as well. With like they were just breaking tackles willy nilly, and that shits me. That's something I cannot cop as that's something I can't cop as a Sainer.
Most of the time, it's effort. Like sometimes it's physical.
Yeah,
I remember like trailing off a little bit here, but like the Cats when they had their great years, sometimes they just look like men playing boys. Sometimes. And that was like hard to tackle guys like Chapman or whatever, But most of the time, most AFL players are.
Well, that's it. I'm not gonna name names, but there were so many instances on the weekend where it was senior players. The only ones who could tackle was Marshall and Steele, and that's why they had like 25 between them.
You're talking about the senior players. I was like, Gocsy, I think actually led the most tackles.
Oh, did he?
I think. Well, he was up there.
Well, he was up there. So, but
but a kid shouldn't be.
But so what I'm saying is that outside of Steele and Marshall, there was so many examples of senior players just giving wet lettuce efforts.
Yeah,
and they need to do better.
It's almost like they're hesitating.
Yeah,
like it's like they know they need to tackle. Then they'll second guess themselves. And then they'll try again, and it just makes it look like they're not able to stick a tackle, even though we know they are. We've seen it.
And it's sort of like, are they caught in between minds of what the game plan is? Because I imagine that the message would be, if you want to tackle, you need to tackle to keep the ball in. We don't want it spilling out. So when they could just go up, hit that tackle, they're sort of hesitating, and then it's too late to do anything. And so it's just like, just touch them.
Yeah.
But anyways.
And it's one of those things like we don't know what they look at in terms of video, but you'd love for Ross to get a video and be like, this is not acceptable. This is acceptable, like missed tackles and
yeah.
But like I know they have limited amount of time to work. Like everyone is frustrated by the goal kicking. We don't know in terms of the union agreements and all that. They're getting a bit technical here, but how much time they're allowed. Like if
that's still ridiculous.
We'd love to do the you should be 10 hours at Moorabbin with the ball, but.
Yeah, that would be nice content, is the team meetings, all of them just get recorded so that they just know that they're comfy in front of the cameras. And then when you have a week like this week, when fans are just wanting, not blood, but they're wanting answers, or at least just like, give us something that we can't see. And you cut to, Ross pointing out these examples. You don't know what these examples are, but you can see his reaction. You can see he's not happy and say, that's not what we do. And that would be nice. That would be nice.
I guess your problem is spies from other clubs.
Well, that's it. Yeah, you had all the audio leaked from the preseason game. So, it's probably fanciful thinking. But anyways.
No, you're right. As fans, we want to know what they're working on. And that's the thing is it's frustrating. Like, when the goal kicking, it's easy to go, they make this much, but they should be getting better. If we know, like, this is what this amount of hours is being put in, because as fans, we love to yell at the screen or the game. I always yell at the classic, like, how do they get to this level when they can't kick? And we know that at some point they
I throw my hat.
Yeah.
I throw my hat at, like, either, like, really, like, bad shots at goal or poor decisions. I threw my hat 4 times on the weekend at Bentley Social. I threw it down.
1 per quarter?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much, actually.
That second quarter was smelly. 7 points, I think we scored.
It sucks because we missed it off shot. You just know they're going to go up the other end, and now whatever their next.
Well, see, the thing is, people talk about four-quarter footy, but that's very rare for various reasons.
Unless you're 2007 Geelong, you cannot.
You don't really get perfect teams anymore like that. But it's also just very hard to do. But our problem is, so I don't want to talk about other teams too much, but what was the first game of the round?
Carlton.
Carlton.
And that started a 30-0 first quarter, right?
Yeah.
And it ended up being 1 point different. But those sort of teams can recover from those. We don't have a 40-point quarter.
We just can't cash in on momentum at the moment, and that's killing us.
40 points to begin with, let alone in the first. Like that's how big. We can't kick more than 9 goals a game.
We're scared of the big sticks.
And North doesn't count.
How are the groans at the ground?
Pretty shocking.
Yeah.
I've got to commend the Saints fans because it's like, and then they get right back on it.
Yeah. That's it. You got to go again.
Yeah. You keep on going, and like we are what's the word? Like we are the most resilient, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely.
We've seen it all. Not a flag, but we've seen the rest of it.
Yeah.
And it was just after miss, and there was actually these two guys that started everything. And I don't think they're in the aisle or anything like that, but give them props. They started Mason Wood chant after I think Mason Wood kicked a goal. Did he?
Yeah,
he did something.
Yeah.
And started Mason Wood chant.
Nice.
I don't like to get caught up too much in like who should be where but we should be beating Hawthorn. Come on,
Should.
On paper, yeah, but right now,
that's
no.
it. Yeah.
They're playing with a bit of purpose, and they're one wood in terms of their post clearance work. Their clearance work that's our Achilles heel. We get smashed in the middle, and they're the best at it in the comp.
Yeah.
So it showed. It showed that that's what they're bloody good at.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for us.
How's did you see Philippo's agent? It's one thing for a player to be dropped, an 19-year-old to be dropped.
Yeah.
The worst thing you can do if you're on his management team is then speak out against the coach who dropped him.
Yeah.
Because that means he's not going to get a game for at least another couple of weeks.
You catch bees with honey, not vinegar.
It's so funny because they're meant to. I mean, everyone's human, right? But they're meant to take out emotion out. They're meant to be very robotic.
They're meant to be putting out the fires.
Yeah. They're the ones that have to be like, listen, Steve or Nathan or whatever. Maybe go home at 3 a.m. or
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but this
or
guy,
maybe turn the socials like.
This fella's just gone straight. Slid down the fireman's pole and just started a bushfire.
Yeah.
And he's like,
is there someone above him that can go?
What's his
does
manager?
anyone know his name? Like, listen, Derek.
What's his manager up to?
Yeah.
Jeepers. Yeah. You don't do that. And it was actually a really shit take as well because I think it was.
Well, it was like basically everyone's gone backwards in the forward line.
Well, yeah, he's like Owens and that. Like, last year they were doing their thing. Like, what has Lyon done to the. Well, Owens had his best season last year, and Lyon was our coach.
The last thing you need.
And Max King is in 1 week out the other.
Yeah.
Which I'm shocked Max actually didn't get suspended. But
I thought he was going to.
I thought it was. It was the exact same bump he did to McRae.
It was.
The last thing you need is people pitting up against each other because it doesn't end well. We're generally pretty excited about Philippo, but you don't want to turn into like, oh, your guy can do better. And, it's like pitting sides.
What's annoying me about the whole Philippo discourse is that he's played every game.
Yeah.
We can possibly, he literally has not missed a game. This is the first game he's missed, and we lose pretty, in a shit way.
Mm-hmm.
And then his manager, I think he's the sponsorship manager, endorsement manager, stupid title, not a real thing, comes out and starts braiding after one dropping.
Yeah.
And one poor game.
Yeah, it's a real tanty.
Yeah.
That's a real tantrum.
He's 19.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Relax.
And I suppose, he got 20 touches at Sandy.
So watching the game, he started really, all of them did though, not just who.
But my point is that that's the first time, correct me if I'm wrong, that since he's come into the AFL system, he's got 20 touches since he's come into,
Yeah, he's probably hit 20, I reckon, once, but that's about it.
Yeah. So it was just good for him to get his hands on the ball because he was struggling. This year, he's putting up similar sort of numbers. I think last year he was averaging 12. This year he's averaging one less, so 11.
Yeah.
But get your hands on the pill, get a little bit of mojo back, and that's the whole point. And that's why probably, the dropping the poo dropping perhaps came, maybe a week or two a little bit late. But I think he'll be better for it. And, it's just whoever that manager is, don't come Monday.
Yeah.
No, he's not welcome back in his social club has just been ripped up.
Banned.
No. What's really... Sorry?
I was say turn off X or Twitter or whatever it's called now. Yeah.
Well, he's deleted his account, so...
Yes. That makes it look even worse.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, shit, what else have I said? Nah, let's just hit abort.
Just before we get to a bit of a break, I'm going to finish with the saddle. So here I am all sad at the airport, right? I'm down in the dumps.
The sads.
I'm happy because I'm leaving Launceston, but I'm down the dumps because my football team didn't win a game. I look to my right.
I think we got to stop the Tassie bashing on this show. It's week after.
Well, until
I know I started it.
You two love bashing.
Yeah.
No. Okay, until Launceston gets a proper public transport system, they're going to continue copping it because my calves are very sore.
And reopen Sanity as well.
So anyway, I'm sitting by myself. I look to my right, and there's BJ having a coffee at the airport. I'm like, what are they still doing here? But it's just him by himself. He has a little backpack that says BG on it. And I'm like, why is he just here? So I think I messaged you guys and I was like, he's just BJ just by himself. They've left him behind.
Yeah.
And then who do I see coming around the corner about 20 seconds later? Max King and Jack Steele looking miserable.
Yeah.
I've never seen them so sad in my life.
Some real sad Sainers.
That's what we want from fans.
I don't like bothering like footballers, even like if I go to training or whatever. I don't ask for photos. If I see them on the rare occasion I actually do something in public, I've never bothered them.
Were you in Saints kit?
No, but I did look, if they did notice, I did pull up my sleeve to like show the tattoo.
You gave it a little cheeky pump.
I did, and I strategically left my arm like this, like up, so they could like see it.
You should get it
because like they were right in front of me. Max and Jack were right in front of me talking. The Melbourne Tigers NBL 1. I think I had to Google who they were, but like the one team, and like one of them knew Max, and they kind of like were talking. So they're right in front of me this whole time, and I was like pretending to look at my phone. I look up, I make direct eye contact with Captain Dad.
Yeah,
and I immediately start sweating. Huh?
Did he wink?
No, he just kind of like, as I said, they just look so miserable.
Yeah.
They look very, very tired. Anyway, we get on the plane and I'm like, oh, so they're probably getting sitting in first class or whatever, with extra leg room. No, 6'10" Max King I'm 6'1". Yeah. My knees were up to my head. Jeez. Yet Max King I thought would be in the extra leg room. No. My boy was sitting.
Did he at least get put in charge of like opening the doors if the ship goes down?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he just looked so uncomfortable.
Oh, jeez.
So Max gets the saddle for this week for having to put up, like the club can't even afford to give him the extra leg room. And poor boy is in economy.
Oh, dear.
It was only an hour flight, but didn't deserve that.
No.
He's probably going to be out with a knee awareness.
I reckon they should have made the boys. They missed an opportunity. They should have sent the boys there on the Spirit of Tassie.
Yeah,
a real bonding trip. I reckon
like the old Ashes trips.
Yeah, exactly. Like I imagine it would have been, but it would have to have been locked in both ways. Yeah. So you go on there on the Spirit, and then you know that you can either be one of the best boat trips of your life if we get up, have a good win, or it's going to be terrible. But yeah.
Well, it is another funny thing, the old like Pamper versus, because you know the famous like pre-seasons where they used to go like Arizona for
the camps, yeah.
But the idea is to push them as far as you can physically, right? But then but in flights and stuff, you got to pamper them.
Yeah, well, looks like that was basically the modern day Kokoda by putting Maxi in restricted seating.
I thought it was a punishment.
Yeah, I reckon it probably.
You're a naughty boy, Max. Yeah.
Do you know what would be funny?
You can fly economy.
How do you reckon this would go down? That like, say if Goddard's out and about and he's got a bowl of chips or a packet of chips sitting there, and you just walk past and just went bang, like smacked him out, give him the old pretzels move. How do you reckon that would land?
Not well.
Because I saw him doing his little prank about the passport. I'm like, yeah, all right, on your BJ. So
yeah. I
would love to see the club do that for him with one of the players. Like he's just having something to eat. They just go smack it out.
Whack it out of his hand.
I'd pay $1 to see that.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's a halftime siren.
Siren gate.
You know what I'm just really sick of seeing is every single time Petrarca or Marcus Bontempelli fart in the wind. Did you know we could have drafted them? Why do we take Billings? Why do we take Paddy McCartan over them? I'm over it.
Oh.
I get it. They're good players. 2013 and 2014 were not good years. Not for anyone. I'm over it.
There's a bad video I saw yesterday maybe or today, and it was just a fella crying, like pretend, in his Saints kit, pretending to cry, and it's just like, this will make your Monday feel better. And it was exactly that, just the draft. So like mate, come on. Like, yeah.
We know.
It's not funny.
It's from the media, then it's from our own fans, and it's
like, get over it.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't do it. It happened a decade ago.
And like, you can flip the script and say, yeah, we picked Wilkie over whoever. We picked Marshall out of nowhere. We picked Sinclair out of nowhere. It's just
what gets me with them, right? Is that yes, if we drafted Bond and if we drafted Petrarca, Bond would have been a halfback flanker because that's where Richard would have played him, and Petrarca would have been stuck at half forward.
Yeah.
Neither of them would have become midfielders because our development in 2014, 2015 was nowhere. Because how many of those players that we actually drafted are still on our list? Battle. That's about it. And Clark. But like he's
he's there.
Yeah, he's around.
he's there somewhere. How did he go for Sandy?
Clark. He was all right.
He just got through the game.
Just got through the game.
That's what I want with him now because he's a Rolls Royce. He actually is. So as long as he can get out to the garage and just go for a cruise and get back in one piece, get him out there. I miss Clark.
They might be winning games. But I'm sorry, Essendon is still the laughing stock. Did you see their jumper stuff up?
Oh, they recalled it?
Yeah, but like I think it's already out. Like people have already bought it.
Yeah. I heard they recalled it though.
The indigenous designs.
Yeah.
The Tiwi Islands was reversed or like backwards.
Oh dear. So
that graphic designer.
You can join the Pooh's managers, mate.
I don't think he's been working there for him too much longer.
I didn't think anyone was going to check up on it.
No, but like how? That's actually a really big mistake. How do you not get? All right, their manager check it, then their manager checks it, then Brad Scott checks it.
I wonder how many have. Did they say how many got into circulation?
No, I didn't read. I was just too busy laughing.
That is funny
because that is a monumental. Like that's a lot of money.
Oh, it couldn't happen to a better club. But you would imagine the ones that did get their hands on it, that would in the jersey topped game, they are worth money down the track. They like those oddities.
Marshy. Higgins kicks goal of the year, another one.
Yeah.
Right. He runs up to the boundary. You can't touch him. No pats on the head. You're going to get banned for 12 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not allowed to touch him.
Is this the Collingwood?
This is the Collingwood fan. He got a 12. I saw a tweet about half an hour before we started.
Yeah.
And he's facing a 12-month ban.
Yeah.
Wasn't not consensual, but wasn't consensual.
I always wonder with those bands too, like how, like, do they have a photo?
Well, this guy's pretty recognizable.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's pretty memorable.
Post Malone's not allowed to come to
games. Little Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I guess if it was a Collingwood player and they reacted the same way as the West Coast player did, it's probably play on. It's probably a suspended fine. Don't do it again. And anyone who does do it, you'll get wax. But it could have just gone so pear. But I'm holding out for the day that I get to pat a Saints player on the bum, like say, "Good boy," like get back out there.
You might be.
Imagine copping a 12-monther for that. I'd be so filthy.
One thing, so we're going after, well, hopefully still going after Hugh McCluggage if he still wants to come down.
Yeah, he can come.
Adelaide just came out that they're going to offer Will Hayward $850,000.
Jesus.
That is a big yes from me because he's a half forward, mid, speed.
Do you want Hayward?
I would love Hayward.
Yeah.
I hope, I haven't heard anything.
But Saints get desperate. We take anyone now, like because we got a war chest, and it's just like sending a kid down to the candy shop with like a $20 note. It's just like you don't know what they're going to come back with. And it'll probably just be, $20 worth of warheads. You could have done better. Could have got a bit more value.
Yeah. No, I like Hayward. Look, can't go any worse than what we already got, kicking inside 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly looking forward to this trade period because
It means the season's
we haven't
over
had
and we can move on.
We just haven't had a war chest for a long time, so that gets me aroused.
Yeah. So I asked our listeners, because it was Mother's Day.
Yeah.
What'd you get your mother's?
I took her out for a succulent Vietnamese meal down at Chatty. Mama's Boy, actually, is the restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just describing yourself.
Oh, yeah. No, basically. Yeah, that's it. And, we took Aditi out for her Mama's Day and her mum. So it was just a lot of mum action for me. But I delivered. It's a big day on the calendar and you want to get it right. What did you guys do?
Oh, I was in Launceston, so I had a good excuse. I just called my mum, let her know I'm still alive. Tasmania hasn't gotten to me yet.
How long was your phone call?
Oh, it was probably 10, 15 minutes.
Okay. That's
Oh,
all right.
now I feel bad because my mum's in Brisbane. I just did the 1 minute phone call. But I was like, happy Mother's Day, Mum. Hope you have a good day. And
That's it?
No, that's it.
You're like, how's Dad? Good.
Yeah. Well, we
How's
keep
the comedy? Good.
But we keep in touch pretty often. Like, she was like,
How the Saints? Shut up.
Yeah.
How's the Sad Saintered podcast?
Yeah.
You good? Saints? Oh, yeah, they're bad.
All right, no worries. Talk to you next week.
Yeah. Well, I'm used to like people bringing up the Saints and just do the bare minimum.
Yeah, that's it. This was a. So were you guys kitted up? For me, a barometer is like the next day. If you can wear the jacket, sort of.
Yeah.
If we lose, especially like that,
Yeah.
I don't even show my arm.
Yeah. Unless Jack Steele's in the room.
Yeah, unless Jack Steele's in the room, then I start sweating. And
Well, I was wearing my Saints scarf, but only because it was very cold.
Yeah.
Not from like, hey, how good are the Saints?
I'm so proud.
I'd had a gutful for Sunday. I needed a day off, and it was pretty cold. And I wore this jumper that I hate wearing because it's a bit tight around my neck. I just wore it.
There's just nothing better though after a win, and you go get coffee the next day. You're so proudly wearing your Saints merch, and you're hoping someone goes, "Oh, those Sainters,"
or like a gallant loss.
Yeah,
you're still I'm proud. That one.
I'll chuck on a beanie if it's a gallant loss, or like if we win, I'm full on jacket. Like,
you decked out.
Watching the replay when you wake up, watching the replay when you get back from the coffee.
Yeah.
No, I just after Saturday, I think I just packed it away in the bag and didn't look at it. So I've actually unpacked. Anyway, so back to the Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I asked everyone which player gave the best Mother's Day present and what did they give?
Yeah.
Got a couple of good answers.
Oh yeah, you're doing your mailbag, aren't you? Sorry,
little mini bag is what I'm calling it.
Yep, the mini bag.
So Jessica said Higgins made breakfast in bed for his mother, but ate it as he got up to his mother's bedroom.
Got excited.
got a bit excited. The second Higgins one.
Hang on, can I just check?
Yeah.
Are these real or are they just like fake scenarios?
What do you mean? No. Like, these are what people have sent in. This isn't real. It's like,
oh, okay. I wasn't sure what was going on.
No. This is like
if you're actually saying what Higgins had done, or
no, this is like hypothetical.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. Now I'm on board.
Yeah.
Like fan fiction.
Yeah, kind of.
So what was it? What was the question again? Like, as in
what?
Which player gave the best Mother's Day present, and what did they give?
All right, I'm in.
Yeah, I've only got a couple, so because I think everyone just didn't want to go on socials, which is fair enough. Like Kira said, Higgins wouldn't give a present, but would slip a whoopee cushion under his mum's butt at some point.
Yeah, he'd do something. He'd do something cheeky. Yeah.
Prakash said Rowan would give a self-portrait of him smiling.
Nice.
I reckon.
Yeah.
That should be actually part of the membership pack.
It should.
Yeah.
Or like a little wallet photo.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful present. Yeah.
This is the last one. Brad said Nazia cleaned Mason's house for him. Topped it off with some fresh linen.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
For Mama Mason.
Mama Mason. Yeah, that's it.
So are we cleansing ourselves of St Kilda, and we're going to be called Yoroki. I hope I pronounced that right.
Yoroke.
Yoroke?
Yep.
Okay, because
I did I thought I was being pretty clever with some of the rhyming slang, and I said there's going to be a lot of Sainers who are Yoroke after that merch drop.
Yeah.
I gave myself a pat on the bum for that one, but I think it was a little bit too highbrow for the quips.
So what am I? Am I the sad Yoroka? Yoroke? What would I be?
Euroka.
Euroka?
Sad Euroka.
Honestly, if Facebook didn't and Instagram would, I think you only get 30 days before you can change again. So I think if I could do it for a week, I probably would. Get in the mood.
Well, you can do it. Well, it's a fortnight now. You get 2 rounds of it. So you can get some.
Yeah, but then after the second week, I just get called woke and.
Yeah, that's it. You're not woke. You're woke.
Yeah.
Who's ready for that blonde Yahoo they have in defense to get 100 intercept marks? Luke Ryan.
Oh God. Yeah, he killed.
I thought Sicily was going to do it, but then he what happened to him?
He died.
He didn't want to visit Tassie.
No. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he chipped a nap.
I'm sorry. So all the Tasmanians out there, I'm sorry. This is like the 3rd podcast in a row.
No, I think it's fine. I think we can start hating on Tassie because they're officially the enemy now because the team's coming in.
Yeah.
And they're going to be plundering all our picks. And that bothers me.
And they could take Ari from us.
Yeah, they can take Ari. They can take Jimmy.
I thought Ari. So this is I obviously failed the certainty because Ari didn't make his debut. I reckon he was bound to make his. There was so much talk about him making his debut, and then he bonked his head.
Did he bonk his head?
Yeah, he's out. He won't play this week either.
How? A training or something?
Thursday training. I reckon he was bound to make his debut. Reckon they're getting ready because he's from.
So is this reported that he's bonked his head?
Yeah, because he didn't play VFL, and he's not. I think Bachelor reported it.
Okay. There you go. Because I thought initially, because we had all the Daddy Power chat that he was going to come in.
Yeah.
And like all the media was saying, yeah, he's going to be playing. And Ross like, no, he's not playing. Like almost out of like, not spite, but it's like, it's been leaked out there and I'm not going to be pressured into making a call.
I reckon
so I thought that was kind of the same thing that had happened with Ari because they're like, oh, he's going to get the gig.
No, I reckon with Dow, a journalist has gone early. It's like, they traded in a former pick 3 or whatever he was, and I reckon they're like, he's bound to make his debut, so he tried to.
They threw the grass up in the air.
And I actually agree. I reckon out of spite, Ross just didn't play because he's like, stuff ya.
Yeah, you're not telling me.
Sorry, Paddy.
Yeah, you're not my daddy.
So in the VFL, I reckon the only ones that are bound to come in is Pooh, Dow, or Clark.
Yeah,
don't know who's going to go out besides half of them.
Hammer.
Oh, Hammer as well.
3 goals.
Yeah, Hammer.
3 goals, 5.
3 goals, 5. He could have had 8.
Good boy.
So I reckon he's going to come in for Skunk. I'm sorry, Skunk.
Or Hayes.
Oh, actually.
Well, if Hayes can't run out half a footy.
If we had Butler and Snags in, I would like to just see just two talls. Go all small like with Garcia and.
But the good thing about Caminiti, and King doesn't do it, Membry doesn't do it, is Caminiti legit crashes packs. Whether for good or worse, he crashes them, the ball hits the deck. And that'll invite a little bit of Garcia, Henry action, I think.
What do we make of Hasty and Garcia at the moment?
Look, they haven't blown my socks off, but they've done some nice things.
I think what I noticed with Angus, especially, like Hugo, obviously everyone knows how he's a good tackler and whatnot. What I noticed with Hasty is he obviously doesn't get a lot of the ball.
Yeah.
That'll come with time. Like he'll be in the right spots. But he'll do something, he'll get tackled, but then it's his second efforts that really impressed me with Hasty. Yeah. Like I think that's why he's probably still going to stay in the game because I reckon Ross will notice those little things.
He did have some good moments, and like by me saying that they didn't blow my socks off, it's just not like
they're not doing what Wilson's doing.
Yeah. Wilson has blown my socks off legit, but they seem to have acclimatized pretty well. But and I like that we're getting games into them. However, I think if we want to start winning more games, then we need the Clarks, the Dows, the more experienced blokes in the team.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
because we're carrying a lot of young fellas.
Yeah. I think that's really like. It's only Saints fans that bring it up. Like the media just don't seem to acknowledge that half our team are babies.
Yeah, like exactly right.
Well, like you said, you're excited about trade period to come, but it's the sad part, if you will, of that is you got to give something to get it back. So also we got to know who's up to it, who's not up to it.
Yeah, it's a big audit of the list this year. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think I said it last week, but this year's more of an exploration year, I reckon.
Yeah.
Like we're really discovering that some players just aren't going to be there when we're up the top.
When we're at the top.
When? I say when.
Yeah.
I'm certain. That's my certainty.
Yeah.
That's it.
Who are the players who are going to bring that cup down to Linton Street?
Dalton Langlands.
Dalton Langlands.
No.
But he had a great hymn.
Are you talking about like who's gonna what was the hymn?
No, I'm saying when you're thinking who's going to stay, who's going to be used as trade.
I think we need to get that balance right of 24, 26-year-olds that are going to accompany Rowe, Sinks, and Steele and Wilkie. I think they're the four that you have to keep in that age bracket, the 28, 30.
You need a core. You need a spine.
They're going to be 32, 33 by the time we start coming good. And all those four will still be best 22 when they're 32, 33.
Yeah.
So you really need to get – that's why we're going to go hard at LDU and we're going to go hard at players like Hayward and, they're the 23, 24-year-olds. That will be 26, 27 by the time. And then, Max will be kicking 100 a year.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dalton's here. It was Gangnam Style. Dalton Langland Style.
That's shocking. That's really shocking.
It was good. It was good, mate. It was about maybe 20.
That's peak hymns.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and because it had the dance as well.
You got to sing it like once, didn't you?
Just once. It was a bit rough. Yeah, It didn't because he had the hymns.
What was it? Was he a forward?
It was just.
What was he?
It was a Goddard. It was a utility.
Yeah, just playing anywhere.
Everywhere.
With a name like
Mr.
that,
Fix It.
Imagine having
Mr. Fix It. Yeah. Oh shit.
I don't want to see Jones in. I think I'm moving past him.
Oh, if he can't dominate Sandy, then
I think
he should really be setting.
Yeah, sorry, Zach.
He should be scorching that place on fire, but it just isn't quite doing it. And I think if he was a part of the long or even just immediate plans, he'd be playing seniors when we've been a bit bereft of available talent.
I think we only signed him for the 1 year just because we didn't really have a choice. Like you still need that. Like worst comes to it, he either he's going to delisted this year. Or he would have been best 22. I think his best is best.
He's like 22. Our Hugh Greenwood. For North Melbourne.
Yeah. So like, who does come out then? So we have
for this week.
Yeah. So say for example, two in, 2 out.
2 in, 2 out. Well, I reckon we're getting Dow in.
I think this is Paddy Wow. Yep.
Yeah. Daddy Pow is.
Well, does Hayes count as an out?
Yeah. No, because he started.
He started.
Yeah. Well.
There's Patton as well.
It just doesn't seem...
Yeah. I
know someone has to be sub, right? Or you can use it.
Hayes would be a good sub.
But if he's coming out so early...
I honestly reckon it's going to be Hammer and Dow as the 2 in for Hayes and who's the other chap?
Because you don't...
Are you talking Skunk or...
No, sorry.
There's no one set... Like, everyone's trying to get their head around... Because, it's changed a few times in the past few years, the sub.
Yeah.
But you don't really want to be using it early, do you?
You don't want to be using it at halftime. Like, I think middle of third quarter is prime.
That wasn't a good tactical. Yeah.
They said tactical, but I think...
So, Hayes out for Caminiti.
Yep.
And Powell comes in for...
Patton. I think, honestly, like, Webster's slip, missed handball.
And I reckon Clark's going to be our sub.
Sub, yeah.
Yeah.
You reckon Philippo another week in the VFL?
I reckon so.
Just because he's manager.
And like they're playing in Wonthaggi. He plays in Wonthaggi these days.
Wasn't Wonthaggi as well, wasn't it?
What? Yeah, you may as well go to Tassie.
Because I was watching that game going, this doesn't look like Box Hill.
It probably, took them the same amount of time to go to Tassie.
Often you sell games and it'll be the tourism department for that. So it's like Gippsland digging into their pockets to get...
Jeez. Like Wonthaggi, that's Phillip Island, isn't it?
Gippsland, I think,
down that way, yeah.
Yeah, like Wonthaggi. Yeah, Cows, Wonthaggi. Yeah.
I'm thinking Warrnambool. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there you go. Who plays football there? That's outrageous.
Apparently VFL teams who have to play second-rate Sandringham teams.
I'll be asking Box Hill for a Please Explain.
That's outrageous. What about like Morwell or one of those?
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, well. I suppose,
there was those pages come on Facebook, like VFL in the 60s and 80s and stuff?
Yeah.
There was something about a round in the 60s or whatever where they took all games regional.
Yeah.
And one of them was there's like this abandoned town where the power plant was or something.
Yeah.
It's like doesn't exist, whatever that town's called, yeah.
Just to stimulate.
Sorry if I'm boring you. I'm
stimulate some activity.
Yeah. No, well, it wasn't abandoned at the time, but it's now like an abandoned town because it was for the people who lived at the power plant or whatever.
At least they got to see a game of footy.
Yeah. Well, talking about sort of toxic social comments and that, and I think you've seen them all over the years, a different style of comment, but there's always the people who want the big drastic drop that is like they're not going to drop King.
No chance.
And even if it's like, if you did it, it would show everyone a statement. No one's bigger, and it shouldn't come down to what guys are on. But at the end of the day, they're not gonna. You're not going to send you.
They can't. Not if we want to win games. You don't drop your most dangerous.
It's just you got to. It's up to Lyon to get him going. That's it. And it's up to him to get his career going as well.
For Max King to unlock his best football, and at the moment, that's him getting a bit of space and having the ball better delivered to him. You're not getting that at Sandy or at Wonthaggi. That's just not happening.
So, yeah. I mean, it was just an example of a silly comment, but I can't see it happening.
Yeah, the question was from Turak Cowboy.
Oh, yeah.
Instagram. Yeah. It's basically, we've kind of already discussed it, how like players are dropping their heads and not sticking tackles, and they're not like showing the culture that Ross said that we apparently have.
Yeah.
Basically, his last, I'll say his last sentence is, in closing, I'll quote Stuart Dew, show some effing fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's essentially, I think
that's all we want. That's all fans. Yeah, no. Especially Sainers. We want wins, but we just want the boys to have a fair income crack.
Well, it's like what you like. It's obvious we want to win. That's obvious. And like you said, entertainment.
Yeah.
But if you can't have them all, you want to see effort. You want to see having a crack. Not just go down meekly.
We want to walk away, even if we lose, that, geez, we tried.
Yeah.
Like, we're a young team.
We gave it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. What's your favourite comment from, like, I know you've avoided the socials, and while we're talking about the socials and like after a big loss or a disappointing loss, is there any, like, in the styles of commenters, is there any ones that tickle you guys? Like for me, like the biggest whingers, it's just like, guess I'm not, I'm a 40-year member.
Yeah,
I guess I'm
mentioning him. Mentioning the years as if we should go, all right, everyone stop. Daz, I'm making up names
He's
here,
a
but like
43-year
Daz Smith,
member.
45 years. His comment has to go to the top.
He's not going to see a flag before he dies.
Yeah.
That's such like
fully paid up. It's almost like their threat. Say like, fully paid up member, I've had enough.
It's like you guys lived through the 80s.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're a 40-year member,
someone was
you've been through worse times.
Someone got scorched for making an 80s call, saying this is as bad. This is our lowest point since the 80s, and then it got immediately pounced on by all these other people who I assume had seen the 80s, and they're like, mate, we won like back-to-back spoons like 6 years in a row. That's bad.
Well, even in my time, because I was a bit of a late start. I was early 2000s. I was like, let's get on this Rewalt train.
Yeah.
But then, and that was lovely for a decade. And then I remember I was like, it was like a Saturday night watching at Geelong, and we just like lost by 150 or whatever. And it just gone from being competitive for a decade. So and it's like, so we aren't, and we don't want to be that case of like, you should see it can get much worse than this. But 100-point Beldings. I mean, the year the spoon for the pick for McCartan, that was putrid.
Yeah, that was an idea that year. What did we win? Like 3.5 games?
And they were all real early too.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we were like 2.
That draw against GWS, that was so gutting.
That should have been a free kick to Carlisle. That's a free kick to Carlisle.
That happened right in front of the aisle.
Yeah.
We were so dejected.
I have never been like, I'll still cut because I'm like, I didn't think we were going to obviously do anything that year, but I'm like, that could have been.
Give us something.
Give us
something.
My favorite type of comment or post or whatever is when someone, they'll post something along the lines of like, Max King is crap. And then like immediately after they'll kick a goal.
Yeah.
Or like the immediate opposite of whatever they just said.
Oh, okay.
And everyone in the comments will just,
they keep the receipts.
Yeah, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Because like it's one thing to say it during the game because that's an off-hand goal, but you're taking the time to pull out your phone, make that comment, and then be shown that you're an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there's a funny sort of, I was going to say phenomena across the league where it's each team has a whipping boy. Like years it was Nunes for us.
Yeah.
And then there's those comments like, and it always, if Nunes gets selected one more time,
I'm handing
melting,
you my membership. Yeah.
But then, like I said, there's that or the complete opposite of like they want to see the big drop.
Yeah,
like,
the big drop.
Drop your Max King. I'm surprised people like don't go, if Steele or Marshall aren't dropped,
and people giving Ross Lyon like Bevo action. I'm like, come on. Like, it's a bit early in the piece for getting too worked up about the boss.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not looking forward to this next part.
Oh, yes.
So, I said it before. Ari bonked his head. Didn't get his debut like I predicted.
But that doesn't... Does that give you a pass?
No, there's no passes in the sad scene of certainties.
Fair enough.
When I say something's going to happen, if it does not happen, rain, hail, or shine, I do the punishment.
Yeah, good man.
This
giving you some wiggle room.
This one I think it was suggested by Ruby. I think her name was. It's not, kind of scared. So I brought...
Spoiler alert.
I'm surprised I honestly didn't crack on the way here, but I brought an egg from home. So before I drink this, my certainty this week is Max is going to prove everyone wrong. 5 goals.
Nice.
He's coming. He's going to... I know I just said that Luke Ryan's also going to take 40 intercept marks, but that doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter. He's not playing on Maxi.
Who Pierce? Pierce will get on Maxi?
Alex Pierce, yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing's for sure, expect a funny game there. I don't know how popular this comment is, but I refer to the Dockers as like a Western Saints, West Coast.
Yeah, that's fair. There is. Imagine being a small club in a 2-club town.
Yeah.
You'd be filthy if you're West Coast. I mean, Freo.
Yeah.
Oh, yuck. He's cracking.
I think I actually said it. So I'm drinking an egg. If you haven't caught on yet.
Yeah.
Are you gonna beat it or?
Yeah. I think you have to.
No. Yeah.
Oh, what? Do you want me to do it whole or?
Yeah. Be a cowboy. Be a two-rack cowboy and just.
The two-rack cowboy.
I reckon the two-rack cowboy would down that in one go. It's like an oyster.
I think my girlfriend got mad at me as well because these are like expensive eggs. She goes, "You can't waste an egg," and I'm like, "Yeah, I can."
Oh, you got a free range oyster then.
This is for the
I
content.
love how you're just constantly punishing yourself. Flying to Tasmania. No. We promised we wouldn't keep beating up.
No, I'm also a St Kilda member. I haven't dyed my hair yet. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe just a sucker for pain. But anyway, cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Oh. How was it?
You're right, that does taste like how chicken smells.
Good boy.
Okay, that wasn't as bad.
You did well.
I did well.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's all right.
And it's good protein.
It's good protein.
He's gone back for more. Just scrape.
Is it better protein than cooked or the same?
No, it's better because it's the raw activation.
It would have been too easy if I.
You get all your proteins because the moment you cook it, you start losing those properties. So yeah, that's why
getting a bit of education.
That's why Rocky.
That might be something everyone knows, and I just don't.
Well, that's why Rocky does it. Like he's not sitting there making an omelette. He's just going bang.
I feel like I can feel it in the back of my throat.
Yeah, the beat all oak like.
Oh, that's really gross. No, this is the punishment.
So you got the I can't even say it. Your yolk. Your yolk.
Good one. And on that note,
your yolk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Look, I think at the end of the day, I just want to see a good, we said no good quarter performance, but I just want to see, even if we lose, just give us something. Give us
first quarter. I don't want to see them. Look, we can be down in the first quarter. That's fine, but I don't want to see them getting a 2-3 goal run on us.
No,
none of that business. Just come out hard.
Let's get our balls out. This is our home.
Yeah, our ball. Yeah, that's it. And to me, just real quick. To me, I think that another part of us, we've been a little bit disorientated, a little bit unsettled. We haven't had a consistent team, and we haven't been playing in a consistent ground. We've been everywhere. Our travel has been massive, and I know, and to get a run, just settle in at home under the roof, I think it's going to do us wonders.
I think you have a spare DVD slot, don't you?
We're on a streak. And that's the thing. That's why I'm excited now. I was bitterly disappointed. I was angry on the weekend, but now I'm relaxed because if there's one thing Saints love, it's a come from behind win or just something that's a little out of the ordinary where you just build up. So like if we just keep winning game after game after game, I'm calling it. If we win 6 games in a row, we're copping a DVD.
Yeah.
For all the sad saying.
Ross Lyons, the streak.
Ross Lyons straight. Yeah, that's it.
Even with current technology, you don't think it'd be like a USB stick or?
It'll be a
Nah,
Netflix special.
DVD. Nah, burn it. I'll burn
It'll
it.
be a Netflix special.
Yes, like The Last Dance, but it'll be Saint-sational.
No, but I was thinking it'll be like those like for the Premier League they do them.
No, I'm gonna boot. No,
Where it's like behind the scenes, like
that Sunderland where they kept going down.
yeah, Sunderland until I die. Yeah,
Mate,
Sunderland till I
imagine
die.
how many specials there'd be if we had promotion and relegation.
No, but I'm telling you,
Trying to come
if
up
we,
with the
So, but we wouldn't be that bad when we go down. We just constantly finish, say, 15th.
yeah,
We wouldn't be that bad when we finish bottom 4 and we go down. Our history suggests that we don't. Well, since since the 60s, we don't finish bottom.
you guys got me wrong. Like, so that's it. If we win 6 in a row, I'm gonna bootleg. I'm gonna bootleg for the Sad Saintered Love podcast listeners out there. I'm gonna bootleg, say 10. All right, because I don't want to get done for like mass distribution. So 10's like for personal use, I'd say. I'd probably get away for it with it. And
This guy pirates.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to get my Captain Red, White, and Black beard on. And yeah, that'll be the prize. A DVD with 6 Saints victories.
All right,
The
well,
Sainers.
That's one thing that I've always thought is very funny. The winning streak, DVD.
Oh, it's iconic. They should have that in the museum at the club.
Have you ever seen one in the flesh?
I've got one.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
we need to do a watch party.
Yeah, and I've got like the Young Guns that's never been unwrapped.
What's
It was like when circa 2004 or 5, the Young Guns.
When there was like
Goose,
Was that actual DVD?
Goose, Ball, all the young fellas all these promising young guns like Montagna, Dal, all of them, just focusing
actually
on
that was
them.
the thing?
Yeah,
We should do that now.
yeah, I'll bring it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Watch party.
Do a watch party. React.
mate.
All right, well, Saturday night, 7:25?
Crowd prediction:
7.
7,000.
No, just 7.
7 people. I get 23,000.
Yeah,
Seven
because
people.
we're doing the heavy lifting.
20.
There's not many.
I'm going to go 21.
There's not many war yell up. I think
Yeah,
war
true.
yell ups.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's what unfortunately I'll be one that won't be there. I'll be in Sydney, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, big gigging.
Yeah, I got the Sydney Comedy Fest.
Nice.
But my spirit will be there at Docklands, cheering. Hopefully, not getting too angry.
Yeah.
I'll try. I think my show's on at a similar time, so I'll be probably peeking at. On my
have a
phone.
cheeky peek.
Yeah, cheek.
I reckon we're winning, and I reckon we're winning comfortably.
That's a big call. Sadly, that is a big call.
Yeah,
But
it is. Sad.
You're the sad saner. Marshy can be the
the slightly optimistic.
optimistic saner.
the mad saner.
That's
The
a
mad-
good one. Sad, mad, and I'm bad.
Yeah.
Dad.
Yeah,
Dad.
you're the dad saner.
You're the dad saner.
Dad saner.
Sad, mad,
Love it.
lad. No.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks, everyone.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Up
Sorry,
Saners.
Tasmania again.
Yeah.